July 24th, 2025. Rest in peace, dear Mukti. Funeral. Yesterday was unforgettable. The funeral began at 9 o'clock a.m. Before the ceremony, I introduced my wife, Barbara, to Jay, Mukti's son in law. The service opened with a sacred ritual led by an Indian priest, performed entirely in Hindi. It followed traditional customs, chants, and rites that honors the soul's departure with reverence and grace. There were about 100 people gathered, nearly all of them Indian, with only a few Westerners. One of them was a neighbor who Barbara and I had often seen the family in the driveway on our walks, exchanging warm waves and smiles over time. One part of this ceremony moved me deeply. Each person stepped forward, gathered rose petals from a communal bowl, walked clockwise around the casket, and gently placed the petals upon Mukti's body. I've never seen this ritual before. It was solemn, yes, but also joyful, tender, and poetic. The motion in the room was thick, yet softened by beauty. The day before, Jay asked if I would speak at the funeral. I said, of course, anything I can do to help. Later, he told me he, he'd chosen me to speak first because I was the last person Mukti spoke to. One by one, her family and friends came forward to share memories. It was touching to witness how deeply Mukti had impacted everyone. She affected me with simple daily chats, those short, luminous, 5-minute conversations that began with, "Hi, Mukti, how you doing today?" and shook my soul. I can only imagine what her sisters and relatives felt, rising in to speak through grief with such grace and strength. They did a remarkable job. At the end of the ceremony, the doors opened. Muti's body was wheeled towards the cremation chamber, where sacred chants continued as the furnace received her. I thought the story had ended there. Barbara and I went home. I napped, made dinner, and later called my daughter Aaliyah to tell her what happened, what had transpired these past days. But at 7:30 p.m., I felt the need to walk in the path where Mukti died to pay respects. When I reached the bottom of the path, I heard a voice call out, "Hey, Richard!" It was the entire family, around 12 beautiful souls walking together. I couldn't believe it. Jay and I had an incredible conversation. He showed me the exact steps he'd taken to search for Mukti, how he discovered she had drowned in the water. From tragedy emerged connection, love, beauty, dignity, the raw essence of being human, sharing sorrow, sharing love. This story isn't over. I felt embraced by a new Indian family, completely and joyfully. It's as if Mukti wanted me to meet her beloveds and ensure it happened. She said it in our last conversation the day she died. Life is strange that way. We can never claim to have figured it out. Life moves with its own heart, its own mind. It remains mysterious and yet always beckons us to come back home. One of the most precious moments, Jay's son stepped forward and sang, "Rest in peace, Mukti," a song he had composed just for her. It was a beautiful chant of love, spontaneous, heartfelt, transcendent. It felt like each of us held a note in this cosmic composition, and together these notes formed a sacred song, a final song, a tribute, a farewell.